After posting 40 videos on YouTube for 40 days consecutively, I've learned a thing or two about YouTube and I want to share. I have three easy tips that I would tell you, especially if you are new to YouTube, that would make it super easy for you to be consistent in posting your videos. So if you want to know what those three tips are, well, stay tuned. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Jennifer and I'm a marketing coach and I help people just like you make money online. And on this channel, Think Different Daily, we talk about the things that most people don't when it comes to making money online. Now, if that sounds like something you want to learn more about, you know what to do. Be sure to like and subscribe and also hit the notifications bell so you can catch the next video. All right, let's jump right in, beautiful people, with three things that I've learned in my 40 days of posting 40 videos on YouTube. And the first one, because this is something that I get questions about all the time. I mentioned that I'm a marketing coach and I have had a lot of success on TikTok Shop. Would you believe it? Yes, I am one of the affiliates that has seen thousands of dollars from TikTok Shop. And I not only for myself have had some great success, but I've been able to help other people make some extra cash, be happy with the balance that they see in their bank account at the end of each month, build emergency funds, go on extra vacations, all because of what they've earned from TikTok. Now, we didn't just do this randomly. It was all because of a simple three-step strategy, and I've linked it in the description box below. It's a training that will just give you all the insights into how we've done it. You can hear the testimonies from my clients, and it will be totally worth your time. And guess what? It doesn't cost you a thing. It's totally free. So don't miss out on that. It's thinkdifferentdaily.com. I've linked it in the description so that you can check it out. Number one question that I get, not only from my clients that I help on TikTok, but also right here on YouTube, is what do I post? And it's a really it's a valid question. What do I post? What do I talk about? So once we kind of navigate those waters, and I have a whole strategy in how to do that, one of the strategies and the tips that I share is that you should actually write out a script for what you are going to post once you figure out what you're going to post. So that's the first tip. Write out a script. Now, I'm not saying you have to write out word for word what you're going to say. You can totally use bullet points. That's what I do. In fact, I just have a little sticky note right here. And it took me 5 minutes to just sit down and think about what I was going to talk about in this YouTube video. And it doesn't have to take a bunch of time to do this. Okay. Now, when you're first getting started, it might take you 10, 15, 20 minutes to really think about the organization of your talking points. But as you continue to do it consistently, it'll get easier and easier. And just like me, you can grab a sticky note and in 5 minutes, just jot down a couple things that you want to touch on in your video. So that's my first tip. Script out your video. So whether you're posting here on YouTube or on other social media platforms and you're just getting started and you don't know what to post, when you figure that out, also write out what you're going to say. Because the last thing you want to do is just get on here and just ramble and talk about anything that comes to mind. You will be surprised at how quickly the time goes when you start talking on YouTube. That's actually something that has just been really mind blowing for me, and how quickly you can get on YouTube and start talking and you look up and 5 to 10 minutes has gone by already and you haven't even touched on the two or three points that you wanted to touch on for the video. So the script helps you not only feel more confident in what you're talking about, but it also helps you with your timing. And that way you don't have to feel overwhelmed with what you're going to post because you've taken 5, 10, 20 minutes to actually write out a few points, and those points will be your guide as you start filming your video. The other side of this is you are smart, you're unique, you have something to offer. And so don't undermine your own intelligence, don't undermine your own experiences. And so, what am I saying? You have the talking points as a guide, but as you begin to talk, there might be things that come to mind, and it's okay to include those points, especially if you know that they're going to be of value. So don't be so tied to your script or to your bullet points. use them as a guide, and then allow your own experiences, the knowledge, the intelligence, the uniqueness, the personality that you have to come through so you don't sound like a robot. And you don't want to sound like you're reading from a teleprompter either, because that's not going to connect with your audience. The first tip is to write a script. And again, it could be word for word, but I would just suggest that you write a couple bullet points so you can use those as a guide. Now, let's get into the second tip. Now, if you made it this far in this video, that is so amazing. I am so grateful for you. And I know you could have been on anybody's channel watching anybody's video, and yet you are here, and it's totally not by accident. So, I want you to share this video if you haven't already, and you already know to like and subscribe to this channel so that you can get more of this valuable information. Now, the second tip that I would recommend is to try your best to shoot your video in one take. Now, I know that's a demanding ask, but the reason why I recommend shooting your video in one take is because it makes your editing so much easier. So it actually ties in well with the first point, because if you do have a script and you have your talking points and you're ready to go when you film, it's going to make your filming much more smooth. So then when you go to edit, it'll just be even more seamless. You won't have to chop up if you're stuttering over your words or stumbling, as I'm stumbling over my words right now. You won't have to try to clean that up. Now, one thing I'll recommend when it comes to editing is a tool called CapCut. And I'm actually going to do a video in a series that I've been doing about how to get started on YouTube, where I talk about the 3 tools that I use that I think are essential in helping you when you're getting started with YouTube. And these tools are 100% free. So when that video is ready, I'll be sure to link it. And also, if you hit the notifications bell, you'll be notified when that video is posted. But when you shoot your videos in one take, it can really help with the editing, especially if you're new to creating content. One thing you want to try to get in front of and get in the habit of is being really efficient. And one take is super efficient. And I'll tell you, it took me a little while to figure that out. But once I figured it out, it has saved me so much time. And so I want the same for you, because the last thing you want is to get overwhelmed because you're spending hours and hours and hours just on one video. When the truth is, there are ways that you can be much more efficient so that you can remain consistent in your posting and your editing, and you'll start to see the results of your labors. The second tip is to try to shoot your video in one take. The final tip I'll leave you with, beautiful people, is use what you have. That's right. Use what you have. Don't worry about a bunch of fancy equipment. If you have a cell phone, which I know you do because that's how you're watching this video right now, use your cell phone. You don't have to have a microphone like I do. You can use the microphone that's built into your cell phone. It works just fine. Just try to find a good background, try to find some good lighting. And also in the video I'm going to shoot about the tools that you need to edit, I'll be sure to share in that video how you can use those tools to enhance your lighting and your visuals and all of the things in your video. But just use what you have. So if you've got your cell phone, wipe that lens, hit record, and that will be all you need. Make sure you have enough space to accommodate your video. And also, when you get to editing as well, it's just important to have enough space on your phone for all of those things. But don't be overwhelmed with thinking you need to spend a bunch of money on equipment, lighting, all of that stuff. No, just use what you have. All right. So, those are 3 tips that I believe will help you as you're getting started, especially if you're new to YouTube. If you haven't checked out my other videos in this series, How to Get Started on YouTube, I'll be sure to link it so that you can watch them. Now, until the next video, beautiful people, bye for now.